We're just drilling in our first overhead lights.
So I'm going to drill out the ceiling light holes now. So we've got 2 here and then 2 down there. Another flat line. And they're following this center bit of timber. So that is the dead center of the van, and that's where all the ceiling lights are going to go. And then hopefully with that, when it's dark, that's going to be sufficient light, which I think it will, because we're going to have 9 lights all up. So what I'm planning on doing here is I'm going to do some kind of sheet, or I'm not too sure what yet, but over these corners here to hide them. But regardless, I'm going to have a cigarette lighter point for the TV that's mounting here, and I'm going to have a USB point probably about here, just so you can charge your phone or whatever from back here. So what I'll do for now is I'm just going to drill the holes into here, fix them in so they can be hooked up, and then worst case I can take them out and sheet it and put them back in over the sheet.
So now we're putting in the 12 volt power and the 240 volt power.
So the 12 volt is just like a cigarette point and a USB point, and then we just got just a double power point for our laptop. And saucy.
Very nice. So USB and cigarette lighter.
Damn. So
Got them 2-way switches and
turn it on,
dimmer.
dim it. Yeah, baby.
Damn.
So now I'm just putting in this switch here, and originally I was going to build a little nib wall out here and have a nib wall coming up and have a fire extinguisher mounted to it, the lagoon bracket, extra bracket there, and switches. But the more I look at it, the more I don't really want to do anything here apart from just timber sheet across here and then just making it to shape and putting some edging on it. So I'd rather keep this as is and just put something on top of it. So instead we're going to put the switch here and the dimmer here for our 2-way switching and dimmer. And then the fire extinguisher will just go behind the driver's seat, and then the lagoon table will go on this wall here, the shower wall, where I've put a noggin in there. So when you swivel this chair around, at least you can sit there with the table and do whatever on the computer. So that's my plan of attack for today. So that's that in. So I've got my two-way switching, so that'll be the kitchen light feed, and then this will be the bedroom lights. And then this would dim the kitchen lights. And then, as you would know over here, this will be obviously two-way switching, and then this would dim the bedroom lights. So I've got this 15 amp inlet, so I'm just going to cut it in here next to the gas box, and this is where all the electrical stuff is, so your inverter, batteries, regulator, charger. So this will be where I'll hook up from a generator, or I'll hook up from mains power. So So today we're doing starting the electrical box. So we're putting in the battery, the regulator, the inverter. So we've got Emerson's dad Neil giving us a hand with it because I have no idea what I'm doing. So that's what we'll be doing today. So getting all the cables through and stuff.
Marty, you want to say something sad?
Oh.
Well, someone snapped my 3.5 and my 4, and then they just put it back in my kit. Bastards.
You don't know who it was?
No. Marty bought one roll, and then I stole one from the workshop.
Hey, Marty's pretty good at building vans,
My turn.
So do we need to know which one's which?
I know
The
that.
shorter
I know-
one.
I know that one's the plug. I just checked it.
Yeah. Okay. The shortest
The
one.
socket comes from the outside socket.
This comes from out there.
Yeah. Do you know what you're doing?
Me?
Yeah.
No idea. I'm just guessing. We just do it on everything.
Fair enough. Is your fridge 12 volt?
12 volt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has got 12 volt?
Yeah.
All quick. go?
Yeah, bruv. Give me juice.
Hey, go, you got power.
Is it turned on? Oh, I hope I got the polarity right the first time. Don't really want to do it again. Sorted.
No.
248. Pumping a few out.
Supplying Western Australia with power or solar.
Turn him off. You want to turn him off with the button?
So Martin's doing the
Yeah.
nothing. Huh? One hell of an inverter. And turn him off.
Completely silent.
Yeah, the fans will only run when it's starting to work hard.
Cool.
Beautiful, boys.
Okay, so I'm thinking. So the charge controller regulates the voltage and the charge rate to the battery.
And then that's where I'll, through the Bluetooth app, will tell me how much is going in and how much is in the battery. That should be able to read the battery. So we're just starting to run all the cabling here, which is just using some cable tie clips. So we're starting to run the cable and get ready for connecting off the power points and all the cigarette plugs and stuff. So that's kind of the next task. We've already connected up that, connected up this switch. Just use cable tie clips underneath. So the next task is just going to be getting this board up and in, and then get the 12 volt power live, and then work on the 240 volt. And also another thing we've got to deal with is all of this two-way switching that we've decided to do. We've just got to figure out what's what again and connect it all up. I can always cut it, you know.
Oh, I actually want. Oh,
Beautiful.
it's not too bad. A bit, oh,
Yep, that's beautiful.
I'm
No
sure.
heat shrink on it. Ah, there is.
Yeah, there is. Sweet. Yes, I know it's all red. I ran out of black.
Martin just put the TV up. Luxury van life living.
Very luxurious.
Show how it moves.
Like that.
Cool. Good job. So we'll be sitting down here in bed or on the couch, watching TV, bit of Netflix. Beautiful.
We'll put surface duct around this, so all the cables will come in through the back of the surface duct
and kind of hidden,
and then loop around. And then in the AC distribution, all the cables will come directly in from
through
behind,
the back,
so you won't see them.
How does the top hat fit? Good?
Yeah.
Yep. Just go in there.
So we've just
Yeah, it fits in way nicer. Oh, look at that. Magnificent. It's just going to be the whole fixing of it, which will be the issue.
We'll make a clearance on.
Quite beautiful, man. Look at that. So saucy.
yeah. All of this Sikaflex is wet,
Wet.
so not touch. Now we want to hold that. Actually, what we can do,
Okay, don't chip the overheads anymore, Nemu.
I'll just sit it there.
I'm watching you.
What did he chip?
No, I think it was you when you tried to put the last one in.
Me?
Yep.
You realise I can't hang out with the boys this weekend because I'm going to look for cars?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nah, I thought we'd go and diving. We're looking at cars Saturday and Sunday, 12 hours a day.
10. But and it's like an hour of travel.
I already know you wouldn't miss out on a day diving.
No, I'm stocking up freeze this weekend. Where are you going? Go down our way. Go down. No, go that way. What are you doing?
Oh, don't say they're not going to feed.
Use that third hole.
I can't.
Where?
That's the next one.
Oh no! Oh my lord! Jesus! We just chipped it.
But the good thing is, where it goes,
Perfect.
up and straight into the breaker. Alrighty.
Sweet ass biscuits. Can you bottom feed the breaker?
Yeah, you do. And then the top is the butt rack to feed the other two breakers. And then the
But did you
outgoing
make sure you got a breaker that you can bottom feed? I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah, no way.
Liam. Oh, why would you hang up? Marty, can you hold that? That's work on me. Just, I don't know where the locks are for the garage, but I don't open up soon. Duck's gonna get pretty tight pretty quick, boys.
Oh, Nemo,
Who did that?
you're butchering my box.
No, you won't see it when the lid's shut.
I know.
Could see it when it's open though.
Bit of white sicker, please.
You could have got some bloody 60 by 40 instead of 40 by 40.
Didn't have a lid for it.
Cut you off there. See ya, cuz. Oh, bad flies.
Looks good to me, bro.
0 mega ohms. 40, 0. 40, 0. 40, 0.
Take them off.
0. 40.
See?
What is it?
Touch them together.
Why does it flash? Yeah, now I'd expect 0.1.
There you go.
Bah. There's no short circuit there, bro.
There certainly isn't. Alright.
Go for it.
Make it hot, bro.
Power it up.
I need a socket. They're gonna be tight.
Yeah.
In here, because
So that's the exhaust, is it?
shower light supply.
Oh, yeah.
Power! Do it again! Oh, it's noisy.
It's an exhaust fan.
Yeah, true. Awesome. What's next? Let's do.
Oh, you got any more lights? Oh, you should have lights up there for above the sink.
Yeah.
Nah. That's on a
Yeah.
different circuit.
Now watch this, cuz. Turn on, Marty. Chest of drawers and LED sink light. Damn!
Damn.
Woo, they are pretty good, hey? Damn!
Oh, we
Got-
got no breakers.
This one's not, but this cable's exposed. Is that going to zap you?
Nah.
What's that one?
That's the light.
Oh.
No, we haven't connected that one yet.
It's
Yeah, but
connected
don't-
on the same circuit.
Yeah, but don't let it touch.
Alright, next. Yeah, that's that big thing on the roof.
Exhaust fan. This is opening. Is that? That's air in.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's do it on air out. So this is what I do when I'm cooking.
So
Wait for it.
stop, change direction. There
Yeah.
she goes.
Yeah. So that'll suck it out.
What else do I plug in? Fridge. I'll put the fridge on. Oh! Your fridge is on.
Oh yeah! We got power, boys.
What else do you want to chest? Shower works.
Hot water.
Lights work.
How quick does it come in? Yeah.
Straight away.
Fridge is working.
Fridge is on.
Lights are on. Lights, camera.
And then obviously if you don't want the hottie, you just...
Emerson,
Yeah.
why don't you make this one off,
Yeah, and we'll test him.
and then we can put
Okay.
put this circuit on.
I'll put him in number 2. We're on.
Turn this
And
on.
switch him on. Right. Now, we're going to do the mega display. Hot water, gas, and shower.
So this is the electrical box setup. A lot of it was missed on camera because we were doing some late nights and I didn't have a chance of filming it. So this feed here goes in the front battery, the first battery in the car, and this will charge this 270 amp deep cycle battery as we're driving, and this Matson switch will allow me to flick this over. If the first battery dies, I can charge it with the secondary battery. Then we have 3 30 amp fuses here which go through back up into the breakers. We have Victron Energy charge controller, and I ended up buying a Bluetooth smart dongle here so I can look at the solar and the battery from my mobile phone. I got the Victron Blue Smart Charger, and that went with the PowerTech 1000 watt inverter. So over here, this is the mains inlet. So this cable here is connected to the inlet outside, the 15 amp inlet. So at the moment I'm hooked up to mains power. So plugging this in then charges up the van with mains power. But if I'm off the grid, then I'll take this and plug that into the inverter. And then obviously turning the inverter on from up in the control box, that is how I go off the grid with the inverter. And then if I'm on mains like I am now, it's just a matter of plugging it in here and flicking it on. So this is all the breaker board here. So we've got the inverter control box, so I can turn it off and on. I can read the battery up there. We've got the 240 volt, so we've got the protected power, the air conditioning and main switch. And then this is all the 12 volt stuff here. So we've got all the fuses here that all pop out. And then here, I've just kept it there for future. That gives us a diagram of all the 12 volt and the fuses. So I've got 20 amps in there and 10 amps. And then of course up here, I've got the earth.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.